The United States has over 10 million houses sitting vacant. Washington state alone has over 10,000 in foreclosure. This number leaves out the countless abandoned houses and buildings that have gone unnoticed by banks and government officials. Just within the city limits of Yelm, with a population of around 7,000 people, there are over 3 dozen abandoned houses. This number skyrockets in cities like Tacoma and Seattle. In 2016, there were nearly 400 unoccupied properties in Tacoma alone. These neglected buildings eventually become a playground for vandals, a home for the homeless, or are simply reclaimed by the nature around them. For most homes left abandoned in Washington, the longer they sit, the higher the chance that they will never be restored or occupied again. With the wet weather, mold and plant life spread rapidly, roofs rot, and foundations crumble. I was able to talk to the neighbor of one of the abandoned buildings, Jillian. She had this to say.
The barn's been there as long as I've lived here, about 2 years. And the people who lived here before us, too. It's hard to tell how old it is just by looking. It went from being a bit of an eyesore to being an outright danger. It's leaning at such an angle that could fall over at any time. Somebody went inside it, say a homeless person, someone could get really hurt.
Holly, a code compliance officer who inspects abandoned homes in the area, had this to say.
A huge number of abandoned homes are foreclosures that just aren't selling. Getting these houses sold before they reach a point of disrepair is key, but despite changes in the housing markets, there seems to be little increase in buyers, especially in the poorer neighborhoods. The banks are much more motivated to close a deal in better neighborhoods, but it's the lower income, struggling neighborhoods that need new buyers. Otherwise, they'll just continue to decline.
From empty homes, to squatters' paradise, to rotting ruins, these abandoned properties leave the cities with a decision to make. Is it worth trying to secure and renovate them? Or is it safer and easier to simply demolish the buildings? Some people propose using them to help the homeless, while others advocate for removal. Until a choice is made, the houses will remain in place, deserted and silent, waiting.